Welcome back, warriors. Are you in a toxic relationship? Now, this week, we're not going to be talking about relationships that you're probably thinking of, not with your significant other, but we're going to dive deep into figuring out whether you're in a healthy or in a toxic relationship with your healthcare provider. Lupus Life Hackers, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for your support every week. I wouldn't be here without you. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified of my weekly Lupus Life Hack video release. Not all doctors are bad. There are plenty of good ones who don't know what to do and they send you to the person that they recommend. There are other doctors who are just exhausted. They're overwhelmed. They don't have any idea of how to help you anymore and keep on pushing different plans, different pills, different treatments, and you're not getting better. If you're not getting better and they're not trying to dig deeper to help you solve the problem by either going into remission, by teaching you about how to live healthier, or being proactive with you and really listening, then it sounds like you need to find a new doctor. Trust me, I get it. It's overwhelming and it's frustrating. I went through 5 doctors just for my urologist. I totally get it. You're probably wondering, this is overwhelming. I don't know, how do I know? I can't find any more doctors in my area. I'm sure there's plenty of thoughts running through your head. And how do I know that? Because I felt the same exact way. I have 5 different specialists, and even with just one of them, it's overwhelming to think about how many times you have to see a new doctor in that field. I went through 5 doctors until I found the right one for me, and it is so worth it. So here are 5 traits of a doctor that you want to run from. Have you ever complained to your doctor about different ailments, about different side effects that you're feeling for your medications, or things that you're confused about? Maybe you don't even know if there's a side effect or if it matters that much, if it's a small side effect or not. These are questions that you should be asking, and when you are asking and not receiving any answers, then it's time to think about what else you can be doing. But it's time to think a little bit more about maybe seeing a different doctor. If your symptoms that you're experiencing are normal, because everyone experiences them, it doesn't make it okay. For example, with prednisone, that is our go-to medication. But did you know that prednisone causes deterioration of the joints, causes tooth decay, causes horrible adrenal fatigue, and someday adrenal fatigue could advance into Addison's disease, which is irreversible. When you have prednisone, your doctor should be taking x-rays of your joints that are hurting, like for example your hips or your shoulders. If you're taking it often, this is definitely something to look into, even with your dental care. There are so many things that your doctor could be doing to be proactive, and if they're not like that, and they're just waiting until it gets worse and worse, and then they start to investigate when you can barely walk, or when you're so exhausted you can't get out of bed and your hormones are crashing, then it's too late. So the important thing is to make sure your doctor is a preventative doctor. Another toxic trait of a doctor is your doctor spending maybe 5-10 minutes with you each time. Now sometimes, once in a while, they're going to be rushing. They might only be able to spend 15 minutes with you. But if you're only seeing them once every 3 to 4 months, then it's really important to at least have 30-minute sessions with them. If they're not listening to your complaints and they're not spending time with you to really walk through any problems or thinking critically to any symptoms that you may have, if they're not asking more questions upon your questions, then they're not doing their job thoroughly. Another example, you've told your doctor about a side effect that you're having that's really troublesome, and it's making your quality of life way worse than it is without it. If your doctor tells you to keep taking it, without even doing any investigation or seeing if it's the side effect of your medication or the disease progression, run from that doctor. This has literally happened to me. Let me tell you a quick story. My doctor tried to put me on Kevapen for fibromyalgia pain and fibromyalgia, exhaustion, and other symptoms. And And so of course, you know me, I don't like taking any medications. I like to do everything naturally. But just to give my doctor the benefit of the doubt, I decided to take it for a week. Within a couple of days, I started having body-wide tremors, fever, horrible headaches, nausea. I could barely walk without getting out of breath. And I knew that it was the gabapentin. So it was making the quality of life 10 times worse than what it was before. I called my doctor and she said to me that I'm having a fibromyalgia flare-up and to keep taking it. Never in my life have I ever experienced any of these symptoms. And she still was adamant about me taking it. So I spoke to another doctor and I spoke to another doctor off the record. They told me right away, stop taking it. Those are side effects of the medication. And if you have those side effects, you should actually stop taking it. So here we are. I don't take it anymore and I treat it naturally and I'm 100 times better than I was before.
Like what you see so far, subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss out next week on our new video. Now back to the topic of the week.
If that's happening to you, please find another route and find another doctor. Another toxic trait. Your doctor blames lupus on everything. Yes, lupus is really confusing and it is really difficult to determine sometimes the difference between a lupus symptom or something else that's going on, underlying autoimmune diseases. We are 3 times more likely to develop another autoimmune disease once we already have one. Another thing that they should be doing is doing a process of elimination. So they should be running tests so that they can eliminate other possible causes. And after all of that, then it could be lupus. And that's what they should be doing every time. For example, the chronic fatigue that you're experiencing, the brain fog that you're experiencing, or any other symptoms that sound like lupus could easily be tied to Hashimoto's, thyroid disease, adrenal fatigue, vitamin deficiencies like B and D, magnesium, iron deficiencies, anemia. There's so many little things that are connected and it's important for them to rule these out. If you'd like to learn more about any of those issues, I have a great video on thyroid issues and the connection with lupus. So definitely watch that one right up there. Lastly, another toxic trait of a doctor that you need to run from. They will not work with you as a team. Yes, doctors know more than us. They are the professional. What they have studied is called conventional medicine, and that's emergency-based medicine. We have a chronic illness, so it doesn't make sense to treat lupus, a chronic condition, with emergency medicine tactics. And that is why the majority of people with lupus are unable to live with quality of life. They live in constant chronic pain, fatigue, depression, anxiety. Everything's overwhelming because it's hard to deal with due to the lack of proper treatments that give us our quality of life. So if your doctor is not listening to you and trying to walk you through different treatment options like preventative, or it would be an integrative approach, definitely look for a doctor who practices integrative medicine or a doctor that's open to hearing your side and researching more in order to help their patients. I have met plenty of conventional medicine doctors who are open to that, as long as I bring them research, as long as they research on their own as well, and they learn a lot. And that's how you have a great team. And lastly, I have a really cool blog on when it's time to break up with your doctor through the Mighty. I'm a community leader on there, and every week we post different discussions and we open up the discussions between mental health, chronic pain, a bunch of other topics that will keep us working through our problems together. Click on the link below to follow me on the Mighty, and I'll see you there. My question for you: if you have a toxic relationship with your doctor, what are you going to do about it? You have the right to feel heard, validated, and to have professional support. And if you're not getting it, have the courage to leave and find someone that will. Lupus Life Hackers, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for your support every week. I wouldn't be here without you. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great week.